our current Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, uh, is one of those. He is like I feel like I have to mention him because he was also at the forefront, or at least maybe coming up to the forefront in Kentucky politics and national politics. Whenever I started being a little bit more observant of Fancy Farm and then started covering Fancy Farm, he's ascended to the spot of Maestro whenever it comes to how he orchestrates his presence at Fancy Farm. I remember whenever um, he was coming up, and I guess probably around the time either early in his U.S. Senate career, and back in the day, they could do a little bit more in regards to the theatrics. They could bring out people who were dressed up like people. I think one year there was a Terminator character like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I can't remember who he was for or against. But I remember there was one time, and I think it was Mitch McConnell who brought out the Seven Dwarves, and maybe it may have been Ben Chandler who was running for office, maybe running against Mitch or something like that, and each character wasn't the traditional dopey sneezy doc grumpy and all them, but there were different caricatures that McConnell and his group put to um, Chandler or whatever politician was running against him or whatever politician he was trying to take a jab at. So now we don't have as much as the theatrics. They kind of put a kibosh on those type of things there at the political speaking. But still, the way that McConnell, whether you like him or don't like him for politics or whatever, but he just has a sense and an aura whenever he's on the stage. The Republicans cheer him, the Democrats boo him, but he has such a presence, and seeing that and knowing that this is the most powerful man in the U.S. Senate, probably the most powerful man in Congress, and for him to be up there, front stage seated in this small Catholic community in West Kentucky. Here you have the most powerful man in Washington, and it's like, wow, can you imagine this? Can you imagine this happening any other place? I can't. I can't. You know, wrap my mind around. You'd have somebody, the likes of Mitch McConnell or Al Gore, whenever he was either vice president or running with Bill Clinton, and he came to Fancy Farm. These type of figures that come to our neck of the woods is just mind blowing.
And I've thought of that with the parking situation. I've thought for the security details of these guys, Fancy Farm must be a logistical nightmare.
Oh yeah, now it's like there are people there that look like they're with black ops. You know that they were they've got probably 18 different ways that they could take you out in like 2 seconds. They you see them over in the corner and you're like, man, that guy is a bad dude.
I've never seen them. The times I've been to the picnic, they must be keeping to the shadows, keeping an eye on me.
Well, that's how they operate.
Yeah, they're doing their job well then. Of course, every time I was there, I was always super busy trying to cover all the crazy shenanigans going on stage, so I probably easily overlooked them.